Hey everybody, this is Matt, the Christmas City Picker, and you are listening to the Thrifting for the Future podcast, where we talk about thrifting, reselling for a goal, and everything in between. On to the next episode. Hey everybody, this is Matt, the Christmas City Picker, and welcome to the 7th episode of the Thrifting for the Future podcast. It's just going to be a quick one today. Just wanted to go over a recap of May, kind of keep everybody informed on the whole accountability goal that we've been working on, and just kind of encourage everybody else to do the same. Let's see, the month of May started off strong, slowed down a bit. I had a bunch of work stuff that I had to worry about, and didn't get, like I said in the last episode, I didn't get to list as much as I would have liked to, which led to lower sales. So after you take out all the fees and the shipping and the taxes, May actually came out to $2,000. So $2,000 off of the initial goal isn't that bad. It's not what I would have liked, but it's not, I'll take it. Any money is good money. So we'll chalk that up to the tally, and we'll go from there. The next thing I'm gonna do is some people have messaged me. I'm gonna start a Facebook page actually tonight. So June 1st it'll be live for the accountability group, or the accountability buddies is what we'll call it. So I don't know the name yet. I think I'll just call it the Thrifting for the Future accountability group, and I'll make it an open group for Facebook. I'll probably make it like the Christmas City Picker, in there. So search Christmas City Picker on Facebook, and it should come up with that group, and feel free to join. So yeah, June 1st that'll be live. So let's get going in that. Let's get everybody supporting everybody else in their goal, and see what thrifting and reselling can do to help you guys reach that goal. That's what I hope to get out of this, and hopefully everybody else will be better for it. A couple quick things for the show. Let's just give a little bit of tips for the business side of the eBay reselling. I know we've talked about, keeping track of the money that you spend. Personally, I like to use a separate bank account for anything that has to do with my reselling. I use a Capital One 360 account, where you don't even have to go into a bank for that. You can sign up for it online, and they'll send you another card for it. It's a legit bank account, so you can put all your money for all your selling platforms in there, and makes it easier to do the math when it comes to the taxes, because you can narrow down your withdrawals and everything like that, and do the math. One other thing that a lot of people overlook is, especially with the fact that once you hit $600, they are going to be taxing you. You want to take every deduction that you can and itemize everything that you can. So, an app that I would recommend is Mile IQ. And I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I use everything that I talk about. I'm nowhere near big enough of a show. I mean, hey, if anybody wants to sponsor me, feel free. You know where to find me. But yeah, Mile IQ is an app that tracks your mileage, and categorizes it in trips. So when you go through it, you can categorize it as a personal trip, as a business trip. So let's say if I drive 5 miles to the first place that I am picking up a lot of things that I won on an online auction, I can deduct those miles, or I claim those miles on the taxes, so that way everything gets itemized, and it factors in to help lower your tax that you should be paying in. So yeah, Mile IQ is good. You do have to do a little bit of a setup. There's a free version, and there's a pay version. I use the pay version because if you drive around a lot like I do, the free version just isn't going to cut it. And you do have to set up your vehicles in there in terms of like designating which vehicle, is which, because I use a van for certain things and I use my car for certain things. The other thing that a lot of people will overlook is deduct your office space. When I used to be a 1099 employee, I always deducted my office space just because that's where I did the majority of my work was business. It wasn't really personal use. So you can deduct that. And then if you're like me and have storage units, obviously deduct the cost for that, because that's a big chunk of change that you can count against your bottom line at the end of the year. So yeah, those are just a couple little tips for the business side of eBay reselling that I figured I'd throw out there for this episode. Like I said, it's just a quick episode, so yeah, and I'll just add it right now too. Follow me on YouTube, Christmas City Picker. Instagram is Christmas City Picker. Whatnot, Christmas City Picker. Email, christmascitypicker@gmail.com. Yeah, feel free to follow me on all those. Like and subscribe, download as much as you can. I would greatly appreciate that. That'll keep me going on this. And drop me a line on any of those and let me know some subjects that you want me to talk about in the future. And we can get to that. So next up is June tomorrow. So I think for June, remember how in one of my earlier podcasts I was talking about smaller goals? I don't really know if this is a goal or a mission for June, but after doing the show with John, Severe Thrifters, John and Devin, I realized, I already knew it, but it kind of helped me understand a little bit more how much inventory I have and how much I keep acquiring when I really don't need to, but I still am. So I'm careening dangerously close to that to the precipice of falling over and having to get another storage unit, and I really can't do that. That, like, let's put it this way: if my eBay store closed tomorrow, I would be in deep doo-doo, because those storage units, have to pay every month, and those add up. So I think my mission for June is I'm not going to do any large purchases. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. I'm going to have to keep myself from watching some of the auction sites that I usually do, and I'm not going to do any large purchases, and I'm going to work on listing more things out of my storage units that have been packed away. I have a lot of things that are organized somewhat in totes and stuff, but and categorized. I have everything written down and I know where it is, but not everything is listed. Only about, maybe, like I said to John, maybe 10%, if that, is listed out of what I have in there. So the mission is going to be to not buy much. I'll still go out and maybe do a yard sale or two just to kind of keep my sanity. But yeah, I'm going to try to not buy anything large for the next month. So that's my mission for June. My goal is I want to try to do at least the same, if not $1,000 more in eBay sales in June than I did in May. So if I think if I can list some things a little bit faster, that should happen. I did get a good amount of cassette tapes and music to list, so I think I'll be doing a bunch of bundles in the next week, and that'll add up. And I also, we don't talk about this much, I am activating my Amazon store again. I turned it off for a while because I was having problems with the shipping, and it's just, sometimes it's a pain, but I have enough items that I think I'm going to do fulfilled by Amazon, and start shipping in a bunch of like CDs and things that I have, like cases, and let them sell it, fulfilled. We'll talk about that in another episode, because Amazon is a that's my Mario sound from my text. Sorry about that. Because Amazon is a completely different monster when it comes to the store and the maintenance of it. So we'll talk about that in another episode. But I think that's going to be my other goal for this month, is get my Amazon store turned back on. I'll turn it back on, and we're going to get some things listed again in that and go from there. So hopefully, if I did 2,000 after all the fees and stuff and shipping and taxes in May, I hope to maybe do 3 in June. It's not a lot compared to like what some other of the big time sellers do, but hey, for part time, with like an hour here, an hour there, it's pretty good as long as you keep it focused. So yeah, that's my plan for the next month. I will actually post that on the accountability page that, like I said, I'm going to make it on Facebook. So, hop on that. Like I said, search on Facebook for Christmas City Picker, and it should come up with the group that I'm going to create tonight, and we can all kind of talk about our goals. I know there's a lot of different eBay reselling groups, but this is one to kind of motivate each other and share the goals that we want to hit with it. Not like, oh God, how much do you hate the USPS, or eBay's killing me with fees. We can all complain about that, somewhere else, but let's support each other in this group. So for today, that's about it. As always, you can find me on YouTube, Christmas City Picker, Instagram, Christmas City Picker, whatnot, Christmas City Picker, and email me if you want at christmascitypicker@gmail.com. As always, like I said, drop me a line, give me some subjects to talk about, and we'll do some more podcasts. But as for now, that's it for today. Sorry this is such a short one, but just wanted to kind of reach out and say hello to everybody, and hope everybody has a great June. So for now, I'm the Christmas City Picker. Hope you have a great day and a better tomorrow. See ya!